Junior year, mwah. Junior year was amazing. First semester, junior year, I got to study abroad in London, England, which was just the absolute best experience I could ever ask for. It was also where I met my one true love. He's really cool, he's vintage, he's a writer, and he's here right now. Oh, I think I grew a lot while abroad, and I became more self-assured and more confident in myself and my abilities, and started really doing things for me. It was just an awesome year. It was wonderful to be there. It was wonderful to be back home at Millikin with everyone and finally be reunited. Just the best.
My favorite thing about junior year was that it was the initial start of everything musical theater. It was the hardest year for me in terms of like personal issues, because that was the year where I started like doubting myself and asking myself those questions like, am I good enough? Do I have talent? Were people gonna like me? Am I worth it? But I'm really glad that I had such a strong support system with the faculty, with my friends, in my major, and my peers, and my family, and I really did push through that. Some days were easier than others, and we still have those questions now. I still ask myself those questions sometimes now, but I know I've found some more solidarity within myself as an artist, and I'm unique. I'm trying to find more of the positivity and the things I love about how I deliver and what I bring to the table.
Junior year was a complete 180. It was my favorite year by far, and a lot of that was thanks to London. Not only did I fall in love with theater again, which is huge, but I fell in love with traveling and just exploring, and I fell in love with myself, and I found myself. When I got back second semester, it's when music really came into play in musical theater. Like, we finally got to sing like a lot, and that's like my strong suit, so I was very, very, very excited about that. And I got to be in The Wolves, which is my dreams show. It combines my two favorite things, theater and soccer, and I loved playing 46. She is a bit of... And then the professors also noted that since me being back from London, they noticed a groundedness and a confidence that wasn't there before. So that was really nice and kind of just validating. The only downside to junior year was a toxic relationship that I got into and out of. Now I can just use that relationship for emotional memory. Emotion memory. Thanks.
Junior year was fun. Junior year was the year where I realized just how vast my interests really were. It was the first year that I got to be a CA, and that was amazing, and it taught me that maybe I do have an interest in teaching or teaching artist work. I got to take a global haiku class that year, so, you know, exploring a different art form altogether. It gave me the opportunity to explore more than any other year. And that's something that I'm always going to be grateful for. Junior year was an amazing year because of hair, because of that wonderful rehearsal process. While we were rehearsing for Sister Act, I sprained my knee. And this was the 8th time that it had been sprained in my life. That injury taught me how to care for myself in a way that I hadn't needed to yet.
A great memory I had from junior year is studying abroad in London, which was an incredible experience with an incredible group of people, and we had so much fun, and I learned so much about myself, the people I was with, the world, theater. It was awesome, and I highly recommend it to anyone in the future.
Junior year, I decided not to go to London, and I do not regret it. Whether we went to London or not, our whole class was very grateful for the choice that they made, and nobody really regretted the choice that they made. Not going to London was really hard. You know, half the class is off doing exciting things, living great lives, going to ice bars, and we were here in Decatur, not even 21. I am very grateful. I spent a lot of time with Delaney and Hope, and we got really, really close, and that just thinking about that makes my heart happy. So I was in this thing called Chelsea Sunrise. It challenged me a lot because I am not a very good like stone-faced actor, but that's all I was allowed to do in that show. You know, as crazy as Chelsea Sunrise was, it was a really cool experience to be able to work with the writers and do a full-blown, because I had done new musicals and that was a lot of fun, but this was like a month, 2-month process, and it was really neat to like see the changes coming in, and to do things that, you know, I'll probably hopefully be doing after school.
Junior year for me is London. It was the best experience of my life during the most emotionally difficult phase I've had to date. I was dealing with a lot of emotional turmoil from an experience back home, but I had the most beautiful community to surround me in London. Witnessing a theatrical community that I think the US should strive towards more made this a semester never to forget. And it made coming back really hard. I felt behind in classes, and I felt this weird sense of separation with a lot of the rest of my class. I once again can only thank the community I had around me, my Pi Phi sisters and fellow Londoners who were struggling with many of the same difficult emotions. This was one of the most magical yet painful years of my life, but I have grown so much as a person from the experiences that I went through.
It was fun. It's like a weird year, but it was a fun year because I feel like we got closer as a class. We started, having to give each other feedback and notes like in rep and AMS, and I just feel like once you put those walls down and, you start to trust each other like that, where they can give you notes and criticism, like you become like this. Like I trust my classmates to give me so much criticism and like tell me what to do to make myself better. So one thing to add to junior year was how fun AMS was, and doing our scenes, like You Could Drive a Person Crazy was so fun with Delaney and Aria, and then also being able to kiss Trey in every scene of If I Loved You. Oh, that was fun too. I have to say it.
One of my favorite memories from junior year is getting to go to London to study abroad, because I got so close with everyone there and we made unforgettable memories exploring and going to new places, trying new foods, and learning acting at the Globe Theater, which was an incredible and once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I was really looking forward to junior year, but at the same time I was absolutely dreading it because junior year was the year of rep and theater history and musical theater history and AMS. The fall semester I was an RA again, this time in Dolson, on Dolson 2. I was on the international floor. We finally had class with Kevin Long, and Beth, and seeing both of them like every day like made my heart soar. I was in Sister Act with Katie and Emily and Sarah and a bunch of my other friends. It was so much fun. Spring semester of junior year was Miss Me. That show was to have someone, a stranger, come in and see something in you that inspired them to create a piece of art that then got to go on stage. It's really
junior year. I think that at least first semester was my favorite semester at Millikin. I got to study abroad in London, and it just made me grow as a person. And for me it was helpful because I wasn't necessarily focused on my performer aspect, and I got to really focus on just my personal love for myself, and I just got close with people I never thought I would. And the London group, we know it's there in my heart.
Yay, junior year. I was finally an upperclassman. I felt like I knew things. I had a little bit more confidence. One of the cool memories was getting to be in Julius Caesar. It felt really good to feel more free in my acting during this process and get to work with Alex Miller. I finally got to learn how to act through songs thanks to rep and AMS. December and January of that year were not very great for me, but that is the time that I got to go to Disney World as part of the new musicals workshop, and I got really close with Hope, which is one of my favorite memories, and spending time with her and Delaney at Magic Kingdom. I got to be in the Little Women scene with Peyton, Emily Brandt, and Katie Tchaikovsky, and that's also a really good memory.
I went to London my first semester of junior year, and that was life-changing. I don't think I'll ever be able to, no experience has matched that at Millikin since. Second semester, I was broke. I still don't have any savings from London. I struggled a lot with finding my voice again in singing, and then like thinking that my opinion mattered. I struggled speaking up in class. I struggled bringing ideas to the table within class. But a lot of my relationships with friends grew, and it was I was starting to find joy within a lot of other aspects of my college career. I had some great experiences and some great times, and yeah, junior year was fun.
So was it just me, or did junior year like fly by? The year, half the class was in London and we missed them terribly, but we also were super busy learning a bunch of rep, bunch of music. I was in the practice room constantly learning new things, and I loved every second of it. I think some of my favorite classes were during junior year. Then everyone came back from London and we were super excited about that, and I saw the most growth in myself and in my classmates in our classes daily. Like every day someone was making a new breakthrough, and it was amazing to see. I think my favorite thing about junior year though was that once everyone came back from London, it really felt like a family. We all were there for each other constantly, and we really became a cohesive unit. We suddenly were really, really close, and I really love that about our class.
First of all, I got to travel the world with my best friends in the entire world. Every single day was the best day of my life. It just kept getting better. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm still with Chris, love him a lot. I'm traveling the world with my best friend, Peyton Humphreys. It's like so amazing. And yeah, and then I came home and I got into a show, like a really good show and a part that I love. Well, I realized that my worth is not in entertaining people, that I'm actually a really great listener. This whole confidence thing is really starting to come together, and I'm happy. Like I'm really, really happy. I'm a yoga teacher now. I have so many things to be thankful for, and I just hope it keeps going up from here.
Senior year. This is it. This thought was going through my head a lot this year. Every event I would go to, every Millikin experience, and every single class. Senior year for me is trying to figure out who I want to be as a performer. First semester, I got to perform in one of my dream shows in front of the biggest audience of my life, and little did I know that the best was yet to come in the most unexpected show, Seussical. For really the first time in my life, I felt like I could really succeed in performing and feel genuine and honest in who I wanted to be. And I don't know, but somehow not being able to perform it only increased the magic that it created for me. Senior year was sacrifice and not being able to go out to protect my voice, but it was and is quarantine. And once again, the community that I have.
I finally felt more confident senior year, and I felt like I knew what I was doing, and I was really ready to work on myself and my craft. I got to be roommates with Hope, Mia, and Cortez, and those are some of my favorite memories, the ones that we have at our horrible, horrible house. One of my favorite memories is getting to be in Chicago, getting to learn about Fosse, getting to work with Sean. Second semester started pretty normally. We were all worried about showcase and auditions and our careers, and then we got the news that we'd actually never be coming back. And I'm glad that it happened to art class, because I feel like we're so capable of adapting, growing, and finding new ways to be innovative and successful, even in such a hard situation. I really think that each person in our class is a gift. We love to laugh, we love to have a good time, we're all adaptable, even in the hardest of situations. I'm so proud of everyone in our class, and I cannot wait to see where we go in the future.
Senior year. Senior year. I struggled a lot. First semester senior year, I think. I really struggled, like, finding myself. I think I'm still struggling to find myself, and that's okay. Typing myself and finding stuff that really spoke to me was really hard, and is still really hard, but I think I learned how to trust myself a little bit more. Taking theater dance with Sean was literally life-changing. I've never been good at picking up dances. I've never been good at, like, feeling like I connected to my body well or danced well or anything. I'm still really self-conscious when I dance. I hope I never stop dancing, and I learned how to love dance senior year. Online classes suck, bro. I'm so thankful for the way my professors have been handling everything. Senior year taught me to never be satisfied and to always want to know more. Senior year showed me that I will never feel like I'm ready, but I am.
Senior year, I got to perform in a musical that I have dreamed of doing my whole life. I also got to be the senior choreographer for the dance concert this year, and that was probably one of the pinnacle moments of my senior year. I felt so proud of myself for the work I've produced, for my dancers who worked so hard with me. It was the year where like they've all of a sudden been like, all right, let's start marketing you as a human being in the real world. And that's something that like up until that point, I feel like it's been in the back of our minds, but it wasn't until senior year that I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't think anyone can really prepare you for that moment, which stinks. They always say senior year is easy, and they definitely lied to you. In the best way.
The first semester of senior year was such a blessing, and it was definitely so much fun, but it was also very busy. But it was great to see everyone in AMS presenting their six and their menu, and just seeing everyone sing every day was just so great. Everyone's so talented and so supportive of each other. I really felt like we were a class this year, especially during senior year. I feel like my collegiate experience has been a lot of like seeing what I can handle and like putting on my plate, and every semester it's like more and more. So it's interesting that our senior year has like come to a close with us having our commencement canceled, showcase canceled, and our classes are moving online. But still we're there for each other, and I think that really shows how close of a class we are.
Okay, so senior year, the bittersweet year. This honestly was the best year. I started realizing that these people who I've really grown up with these last 4 years wouldn't just be, you know, a walk down the street, and I couldn't call them and say, I'm coming over soon. And I started, you know, just being a college kid and hanging out and having movie nights, and that was honestly the best decision I could make as a senior, because I won't get that again. And that's the bittersweet thing about senior year, and I'm so glad that I grew up with these wonderful, wonderful human beings, my classmates, and I love you all.
Showed up for second semester, feeling a little weird, but I got a part that I would die for. I go to rehearsal and I feel celebrated and loved and accepted in a way that I've never felt in my entire life. I got to go on spring break with some of my best friends in the entire world. And then we got the email that COVID had canceled the rest of our time at Millikin. I lost my shit because it kind of felt like everything was coming together and then it's gone. But although I don't have closure, I will say that you can't pour so much love and good energy and hardship into an experience such as our 4 years at Millikin and not walk away with something beautiful.
Senior year for me has been the year of dance. I was the dance captain for Chicago, which was an absolutely amazing experience, and I am so grateful that I was able to do it. I also choreographed a lot. I choreographed for the dance concert for the first time, and then I was chosen to be the choreographer for Some Enchanted Evening. To say that I was a Millikin main stage production choreographer is absolutely amazing. Freshman year, Emily would not have believed it if you had told her that that's where she would be my senior year. And while I'm really sad that the cast never got to perform it and that everyone didn't get to see all the hard work that they put into it, I am really happy for the time that we shared in the rehearsal room, learning it and creating it all together. Senior year's been crazy, and things have been thrown at us that we didn't expect were gonna happen, but in all, I'm really grateful for all the experiences that I've had, and that my time at Millikin has been as amazing as it has been.
Senior year, I think the time that we are in right now has really taught us just how unpredictable life can be, and you know, at any moment something can shift. And the challenge is figuring out how you adapt and adjust with that shift rather than letting it destroy you. And this is hard. It's really, really hard. So more than anything, senior year has taught me gratitude. It's taught me to be thankful for the people that I have. It's taught me to be thankful for the resources and opportunities that I've been given. And it's taught me to be thankful for life itself.
Senior year, here we are, senior. You know, it did not turn out as expected. It went from a lot of the same people to a lot of the same people to the last 2 years. It was like all the same people in all of your classes, and so it's really, I don't know, this sounds cheesy, but it really is a family. Another one is Seussical was supposed to be the semester, and I had my first hand at choreographing a musical, or co-choreographing it with one of our professors, and I was really excited, and I learned a lot, and even though we didn't get to show our hard work, I'm really proud of the performance, and I'm really proud of the work that I did for it. I was very sad. I still am. But it's okay. We still made magic just for ourselves. It's a little different.
Beginning of senior year, I got to move in with some of my absolute best friends, which has just been the goofiest and silliest but best experience anyone could ever ask for. Senior year, I was cast as Mabel in Pirates of Penzance, which was an absolute dream role. I have just felt so much love and support and acceptance from my classmates. Every day there's something new that just makes me so proud to know my friends and classmates. They're all so extremely talented, but what's more, they are so kind and supportive and thoughtful and funny and unique, and they're just some of the most dedicated and hardworking people on the planet, and I look up to them so much, every single one of them. How do you say thank you to the people who have had such an impact on your life and have helped to shape who you are? There's no way.
Senior year. As much as it's real that we're going out into the real world, and as cheesy as this may sound, it really made every friendship that I have with the people in my class real, and that I know that I can turn to them and I know that I can lean on them in times of struggle. I am very proud of where we have all grown from, where I've grown from, and even though we don't get to share graduation with each other, I love them. This makes me just love them even more. It really puts it into perspective. And this isn't the end, so there's no goodbye.
Senior year. You know, it's still going on. It's not what we planned, but I think it's a good life lesson that life is going to throw you curveballs and you're just gonna have to roll with the punches. Within this year, there are lots of highs, but also quite a few lows. Some of the highs were Ripper and Seussical, two musicals that I got to be in. Seussical especially will hold a place in my heart forever. I got to live in my own house with some of my best friends, Hope, Olivia, and Cortez, which was really cool. And I got my first out-of-college job performing. Some of the lows was that I realized that some people at the school did not have as much faith in me to succeed, or whatever their definition of succeed is, as I hoped they would. So I found myself fighting for myself and my talent more than I personally believe a student should. This is when I learned to truly self-advocate for myself, and I learned that I didn't need other people's approval to know I'm good enough. And I am good enough. And then obviously, which is why my whole project is on film and I'm doing this for you guys right now, COVID-19. Ever since the end of first semester, senior year, all I could say was, I'm so ready to get out of Millikin. I'm never gonna come back here. I'm just so done with it all. And I truly believed that I meant what I said until it was taken away from me. I realized that even though I had some issues with this school, it meant more to me than I thought, and that's all thanks to my classmates, both the ones younger than me, but especially the class of 2020. They are my family. They've been the best 16 biggest fans I could ever ask for. And I will never have enough words to thank them for it. They've just been there for me when I wasn't there for myself, and you're not gonna find that in a lot of musical theater programs around the country, but I found that in my class. I just love them. I love them. I truly love them. Love is such a strong word, and I mean it when I say that these guys are my family.
Mackenzie Barnett. I am 22 years old, and after college, I am working at Six Flags for a couple months, hopefully. And then a goal of mine is cruise ships and theme parks, and I want to be more entertainment side of things. I realized that one thing that I've learned throughout my college years is that you never know where life is going to take you. So, yes, have those big goals, but be open to change and be open for your priorities to change. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Paige Boomer. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Leawood, Kansas. After I graduate, I plan on moving to New York City and start living my life there. One thing that I've learned from being at Millikin is no matter how many times you fail, there's always more opportunities to grow and learn and to keep going, no matter what.
Emily Brandt, 22. After college, I plan to move out to Los Angeles and continue my work as an actor. I want to keep learning every day, and I can't wait to be in a place where that'll be possible, as well as finding work and doing what I love. I think the thing that college taught me the most is that we're never done learning, and that we should always strive to be better people than we were the day before. I think I became more responsible and a better, more well-rounded individual because of everything I learned from my professors. I won't forget it.
Hello, my name is Katie Tchaikovsky. I am 21 years old, and I plan for after college to move to New York City and hopefully one day get a job performing while traveling the world at the same time. That'd be ideal. I would say something that has changed about me is that I am a healing perfectionist, and I have been able to be a little kinder to myself when moments arise where I can't do everything correctly. The days I constantly make mistakes are the days where I have to be nicer to myself and accept where I'm at. And so I think college has let me fall and stumble and realize that a little flub up, a little mistake is not the biggest deal in the world. Like, you're still here, you're still learning, and I think the idea that we're always constantly learning about ourselves, about the industry, about the world around us, has kind of helped me realize that you can't always be perfect, and that's okay.
Hi, I'm Trey DeLuna. I'm 22 years old, and my plans after college are to move to a big city, hopefully Los Angeles, and continue to pursue a career as an actor in plays, musicals, film, and television. And one way I've grown as a person in college is that I've developed a much better sense of self-awareness and who I am and who I'm meant to be.
Hello, my name is Cortez Emerson. I'm a senior musical theater major. I'm 21 years old. After school, I'm moving to New York City, and I learned so much at Millikin, but mostly I would say being an advocate for myself is the biggest thing for me.
Hi, my name is Maura Folly, and I'm 21 years old. After college, I plan on moving to Chicago and eventually attending grad school for classical acting. One way I think I've grown throughout college is I'm more confident in my abilities.
Hi, my name is Margot Frank. I am 21 years old, and after college, I hope to perform and pursue a master's degree, either in vocal pedagogy or speech and dialects or music direction. And one way that I have changed throughout college is I think I've grown into someone who fully appreciates and embraces what she has to offer the world.
Hi, I'm Abigail Gabbert. I'm 22 years old. After graduation, I am moving to Chicago, moving in with the love of my life, my best friend in the world. I'm gonna make theater, I'm gonna make comedy, and I'm gonna make it, period. One thing I learned about myself, well, I found myself, so it's pretty fucking exciting.
My name is Aria Hawkins, and I'm 21. I plan on being a well-rounded theater artist. I plan on auditioning and performing, I plan on writing and creating, and I plan on doing it right here in my hometown, Chicago.
Hi, my name is Peyton Humphreys. I'm 22 years old, and my plans after graduation are to move to Chicago and audition and work as a performer. I think that one way I have changed or grown over the last 4 years, I've really found a groundedness in myself that I love, and I can also say that I love who I'm becoming, and I'm really proud of where I am, and I don't think I could have said that 4 years ago.
Hi, I'm Klek. I'm 21 years old, and after graduation, I plan on going back to Ohio to perform at Cedar Point Live Entertainments, and then eventually move to New York City to continue performing, but also to pursue a master's in speech pathology, as I do want to become a speech pathologist. The biggest thing I learned at college is to self-advocate for myself and believe in my ability, and also that striving for perfection is okay, as long as I know that mistakes are what it takes to get there and what helps me grow the most.
My name is Hope Klessig. I'm 22 years old. After graduation, I plan to move to Ohio, and I'm going to be performing there for the next 6 months. After that, who knows what city I'm going to move to. The way I've grown the most in the past 4 years is I learned how to be vulnerable. And that's a hard task to conquer, but luckily I had really great professors and a super supportive class that helped me do it.
Kira Lamartine, age 22, and after college I'll be moving to Cedar Point in Ohio and working there for the summer, trying to pay off those student loans and save up to hopefully move to Chicago. College has taught me the importance of being open and honest with those you care about, and that sometimes the most life-changing experiences will be the ones you weren't even aiming for. I am positive that I would not be the person who I am today without the people I met at Millikin.
I'm Emily Long. I am 21 years old. Post-graduation, I plan on working at regional theaters and or moving down to Orlando, Florida. One way that I've changed since coming to Millikin is I have become a more confident person in all aspects of life and theater.
I'm Delaney Schmidt. I'm 21 years old, and after I leave college, I plan to go work as a performer at Six Flags Great America in their summer, Halloween, and Christmas seasons. And I think some important things that I learned in college, how to be patient with myself, how to be patient with others, and most importantly, how to be a true collaborator and team player.
Hi, I'm Olivia Tharp. I'm 23 years old. I'm moving to Chicago, and one of the biggest things I've learned, and I'm still learning, is to let go of fear, not only in my acting choices, but also in my life.
Those are my people. They put up with me for 4 years, but they also helped me to grow and change into a better version of myself, and I am so proud and thankful that these very special 16 people have gone through life with me for the past 4 years. If anything, I hope this project and this video brought closure to my classmates that was unfortunately taken away from us with these given circumstances. But just know that we did it and we're ready for what's to come. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being such a big part of my life. It means the world to me. Love you guys.